He was standing on the train tracks, full of adrenaline, chasing the perfect shot for a motivational video. In just a matter of seconds, everything would change. This is the story of Greg Plitt, the soldier, the fitness icon, the dreamer, and the tragic last moments that shocked the world. Gregory James Plitt Jr. was born on November 3, 1977, in Baltimore, Maryland. He grew up in a disciplined household, the son of a real estate agent and a father who pushed him to be strong, resilient, and self-reliant. From an early age, Greg wasn't the biggest or the strongest in his class, but he was the one who refused to give up. That mindset would become the very essence of his life. In his teenage years, Greg struggled with self-doubt. He wasn't always confident, and he often felt like he had to prove himself. But he discovered the power of physical training, lifting weights, pushing his limits, finding strength not only in his body but in his mind. The gym became his sanctuary, the place where he turned insecurity into confidence. After high school, Greg attended the United States Military Academy at West Point. This was no easy path. It meant discipline, hardship, and sacrifice. But Greg embraced it. He became a U.S. Army Ranger, serving his country with pride. For 5 years, he lived by the values of loyalty, honor, and relentless determination. The military gave him structure, but more importantly, it gave him purpose. When he left the service, Greg carried that same discipline into civilian life. He entered the world of fitness, modeling, and motivational speaking. At first, it wasn't easy. The industry was competitive, filled with rejection and false promises. But Greg didn't believe in shortcuts. He believed in the grind. He believed that greatness was earned 1 rep, 1 mile, 1 disciplined day at a time. Slowly, his career exploded. He became the face of countless fitness magazines, from Men's Fitness to Muscle and Fitness. His ripped physique and piercing eyes made him one of the most recognizable fitness models in the world. He appeared on over 200 magazine covers and was even a fitness consultant for Hollywood films like Watchmen. But Greg's impact went beyond his body. What people remember most were his words. He spoke to millions through motivational videos, telling them to stop waiting, stop making excuses, and start living. His voice was raw, intense, sometimes almost frightening in its passion. Yet it touched people deeply because it came from someone who had lived every word he preached. Behind the fame, however, was a man constantly pushing himself further, faster, harder. He wasn't afraid of risk. He believed life was about seizing moments, not waiting for them. And tragically, that mindset is what led to his final day. On January 17, 2015, Greg was in Burbank, California, filming a new promotional video. The concept was simple, but dangerous. He would run along a train track, symbolizing power, endurance, and speed. His friends later said Greg believed the track was inactive, or that he would have time to move out of the way if a train came. But trains are faster, quieter, and deadlier than most people realize. As the cameras rolled, Greg ran with full energy, his body lean and powerful, his mind locked on inspiring his audience. Then in an instant, the ground began to shake. A Metrolink commuter train was bearing down that same track, moving faster than he expected. Witnesses said Greg tried to outrun it, pushing himself with the same intensity that made him famous. But the reality was unforgiving. The train struck him, and in a moment, the life of a man who had motivated millions was gone. He was only 37 years old. The news sent shockwaves through the fitness and motivational world. Fans couldn't believe it. Greg, the man who seemed unstoppable, the man who taught people to conquer their fears, had been taken so suddenly in such a tragic way. His family, friends, and followers mourned not only the loss of a fitness icon, but of a leader who had given people hope when they needed it most. And yet, even in death, Greg's voice has never been silenced. His videos are still shared every day. His words, "The clock is ticking. Are you becoming the person you want to be?" still push people out of bed in the morning, still light a fire in the hearts of those who feel lost. Greg Plitt lived fast, intensely, and unapologetically. His last minutes were terrifying, but his life was filled with courage, discipline, and inspiration. He showed the world that strength isn't just about muscles. It's about heart, about never quitting, about believing in yourself when no one else does. And maybe that's the lesson we're left with. Life is fragile, and time is short. But if you live it with purpose, passion, and fearlessness, then even when you're gone, your spirit continues to move others forward. Greg Plitt may have left this world on a set of train tracks in California, but his fire still burns in the millions who refuse to give up because of him.